I, 35F, just found out my BF, 36M, slept with his stepsister. Hi all, I'm so lost and not sure if I'm overreacting or not. I've been with my boyfriend for over 5 years. And I, 35F, just found out my BF, 36M, slept with his stepsister many times years ago. We're all on a family trip together right now. His mom, dad, step-brother, step-sister, and a bunch of his other relatives. And this is the second time I'm meeting his step-sister. He was absolutely wasted last night and I was telling him how much I like his step-sister. He continued by telling me I should dress like her, which I thought was a little strange. Then I said, "Sounds like you have a thing for your sister," and he came out and told me over 15 years ago. Him and her slept together many times. He kept mentioning it last night almost as if he was proud of what he did. And it was a bit repulsive to me. Apparently no one knows in his family. And only his best friend knows about what happened. Now I honestly can barely look at him. I feel so beyond disgusted and am second-guessing our entire relationship. We have 3 more days on this family vacation and I want to book an earlier flight and go home. I'm also an only child, so not sure how abnormal any of this is. But I feel shallow for judging him this negatively about the situation. I would love some insight from others. I'm so torn and feel like the trip's been ruined. After reading this and your previous post, I suppose I would be worried about how he kept talking about it. And the fact he asked you to dress like her shows he still likes the way she looks. And the fact he's 36 and has been unemployed for a year. You have to pay for everything and he can't get a part-time job during his education? Nah, he's kinda walking on you. Well, if you dump him now, at least he can get a quick rebound. Yikes. Not overreacting. Even if it hadn't been his stepsister. Asking you to dress like someone he used to have sex with and reminiscing about the past in this way is extremely insulting. This certainly qualifies as a relationship-ending situation. I suggest you have a serious discussion with him about your concerns. You're underacting. Dump him and go home. He wants you to dress like her. Location flag, 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 location flag. As someone with a stepbrother, I find this really gross. I've known my stepbrother since we were both 8 and we're the same age. I could not imagine ever being interested in him in that way. Unless they met close to 18, as adults. I would not think this was okay at all. You're not overreacting. Run. Girl, go home. You will feel so much better at home. Trust the feeling you have to flee. You can figure out the step fantasy later. But first, go home. You are clearly a nice person. But you are undermining your own self-worth by staying with him on this vacation. Leave for your future self. You got the ick. Because what he did is absolutely wrong and repulsive. What's worse is that he doesn't seem to see that. Clearly there's a very major misalignment of values here. What's done is done. There's no turning back now that you know. You are prolonging your own suffering by staying. You're mourning all of this time you have spent with him. But trust me, you can mourn on the plane and with your friends. You don't have to go home. Maybe take yourself on a mini vacation for the remainder of your time off to process this. But you absolutely should break up with him and leave the situation immediately. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror for the rest of your life. Nah, it's not incest, but it's still socially not right. I'd feel the same. But the real ick is the fact that he wants you to dress like her. Sounds like he still has a thing for her. Maybe she broke it off and he's never really got over her. This is totally abnormal. It's especially creepy that he asked you to dress like the family member he was sleeping with. Go home. I'm not going to judge about anything in this post except for one thing. You should dress more like her. In any situation that's wrong to say to your so. You've been together a long time. He should like you for you. No need to compare you to anyone else. And I don't care that he was drinking. It's rude and hurtful. You know better than us that if he apologizes after, blames it on the drinking, whether he's sincere or not. But it says a lot about him and the situation. Hopefully it helps you figure out where you want to be. Here with a guy that seems to still lust after his stepsister and compares you to her or elsewhere. With your self-respect. 100% not overreacting. I'd be very curious to know his age when she joined the family and their age difference as well. This could go beyond weird. I think it's generally frowned upon to sleep with family members. OMG. No one forces you to stay there and pretend everything is okay. It's not. Exit yourself from an unhealthy situation. Based off this post and your last relationship post, you need to do yourself a solid and dump this dude. He's unemployed. Expects you to support him by working 2 jobs. Thinks you're his personal ATM. Belittles your looks. Doesn't want to be around you. And to top it off, he fucked his stepsister and now won't stop talking about it. And wants you to dress like her? What are you doing? I promise you, you will be so much happier when you leave. I got nothing. Fly home early and move. This is far from anything that can be considered as normal. The fact that he's encouraging you to dress like her is pretty sick. And the fact that you want to get on the next plane home is totally understandable. I would say that you should get home ASAP and leave him there, so you can make plans. From what I have read in other comments is that you're basically carrying him because he's long-term unemployed. Stop everything with this guy and reevaluate. Pronto. I'd book a flight and go home op.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.